Hi, this is Yamil with the Barefoot Queen, and in this video, we're going to talk about how to build a team, particularly if you have no funding, if you're bootstrapping it. If you have no money for a team, this is something you want to watch. So, the first thing I want to discuss is that it absolutely do not hire a family member or a friend. That is like the number one mistake that I've made, and I've known other business owners that have made. And sometimes it works. I do have a friend of mine that has her mom works with her and has been doing it for years. And I mean, her mom is pretty much ready to throw the towel, but she definitely was a big, he's being a big asset in her company. And then also her son worked with her when he got out of college, and then now he has his own employment. But um, it's I did it, and it was really bad mistake. And thank God the relationship didn't get affected, but for a while we were both very unhappy, and it was very difficult to fire her. And I mean, it turned out, COVID happened, and of course, with everything that happened with COVID, so we went our separate ways. But it was definitely very difficult. I didn't fire her as fast as I should have, and yeah. But with that said, if you do build your team with somebody that just make sure that it's the right fit for your company. Um, I think that we be we as business owners, sometimes we forget that we are CEOs, and and we have to act accordingly. And so, having feelings in between that, it can be daunting. So that's the number one advice that I have for you: not to start the journey with a family member unless you know that you can work well, and you have the person has the right attitude, the right skill sets that you need. um so that's to me the one of the most important thing. The next thing that I want to touch into is to before you bring someone on board, you need to look at your tasks, and you need to really categorize them. If even if it's with, like, I have like a whiteboard, and I use sticky notes with different colors. And what I'm doing now, it's that I am actually, like, for a purple one, maybe things that I need to mail, and then the green one maybe phone calls I have to do, and and so forth. So it's easy, and I just put them on a whiteboard. If I have paperwork attached to it, I put a number on it, then I put a sticky with the number on it, and I stack up. Let me see if I can show you what I do. So I have this, and then these have numbers, and then the sticky notes on my whiteboard have the numbers attached to it. So I know that that has a packet that I need to work with, and it keeps me really organized. And it works really well. And then when I'm done with it, I take it off the board. I kind of put it over on a thing here. I'm gonna put them like on a notebook or something. I like to keep reminders of the work that I did, but it really helps to have something like that, a visual, so I can see, and I can see. So by looking at the board, I can tell that a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, it's dealing with like certain amount of, like, certain task. And so if I'm going to look at this, and I'm looking to hire someone, I can say, okay, which of these are not money producing tasks. And as a CEO, we need to focus on the bottom line. We need to focus on the vision of the company. And we can't do it when we're dealing with every single little thing out there. And so, you may need help with, maybe it's the accounting, maybe sending all these invoices, maybe is, shipping stuff out. Figure out ways of carving time so that you have more time to make more sales, in the beginning. And there's another video about this. I think this is maybe the third time that I've mentioned this in my channel, that you need to focus on sale, marketing, building, selling, you need to focus on, that's how you're going to grow, at least in the beginning, before you can hire a sales team. You need to be able to, sell out there, put yourself out there, do whatever you need to do so that you bring the sales in, the money's coming in, and then, let somebody else handle the other tasks that are not income producing tasks. So that's one of the things that you can do. And if you follow, if even if you're doing it in a notebook or a journal, you want to like highlight those things that are income producing. And uh, I highly suggest, and this is something that I'm making another video later about, this actually something we're discussing in the quantum mentorship group, and it's that we need to put everything on a calendar. There's a budget of, there's a budgeting style that everything you make, it's assigned, that's assigned to a bill. So or a bill, or like every dollar that comes in is assigned to something. And I would like you to try this. Put every single thing that you do in the calendar. Yes, of course, there's interruptions, so put some buffer in between each, but just put like, okay, I am going to mail everything out tomorrow at 9 a.m. And so it may take you half an hour, but you book a whole hour just for interruptions or whatever. So you buffer it, and then at 10 o'clock you are going to make a bunch of phone calls, and then from 10 to 11 that's what you're gonna do. You may take less time, but at least that's your intention. And then and so you put all those things in a calendar. And if you use like an electronic calendar or paper calendar, color code it so that you know which tasks are associated to what type of activity. And that's really going to help you to see clearly, whoa, I spent a lot of time in the post office, or I spent a lot of time invoicing, or and then look at it from a standpoint of, can I delegate these tasks? How would it look like? And and so if you can, great. Now, but once you know where your time is going, then you'll know what you should need to delegate in order to spend more time selling and making money. All right. And finally, I want to discuss the incredible opportunity that the internet has offered us, which is to hire virtual assistants. I have one. At one point, I had three before COVID, like a year before COVID. And I tell you that it was amazing to just be able to focus on other tasks. And the one that I have now for one of my businesses, she basically runs that business. Um, I don't really, I work 4 hours a week. And I've mentioned it before, Tim Ferriss, the 4 hour work week is life changing. But that's a book. But um, if you do it right and you train a virtual assistant right, it will be incredible. Now, let me tell you what I did. There's a website, and I'll look it up. There's my dog. Um, I'll look it up. The website. I really can't remember the name. I think it's filipinojobs.ph. I'll look it up, but it's basically people from the Philippines. They actually they have profiles there, and you post a job there, and then you'll get to interview them. You can do it through Skype, Zoom, Google Meet, whatever you find is good for you. And now I do have some tricks on how to do that, and I'm gonna share you, because a virtual assistant is only as good as his or her ability to follow directions. Almost anything under the sun you can train somebody, but um, so there's a twofold. You need to be able to produce very clear SOPs, which is standards of operation. um, what I did to help with that, I have a video library, and I have OneNote, a whole notebook and OneNote that is our SOPs. in almost any scenario, I actually recorded myself clicking, clicking, clicking as I talked to the microphone and said, okay, so to do this, this is what you do. You open this, and we use LastPass for Chrome. It's amazing to keep all passwords in one place, and if you change it, it changes it automatically in their computers and whatnot. So it's really really good, and you don't have to be like keeping giving them all the passwords. All the passwords are in the system, and they just get on the website. The website already populates it. They don't have to worry about that. Um, so I showed them click by click how to do everything, and then whenever I get a new scenario, I film myself. So I started working on these videos and stuff before I even had a VA, like maybe a week before, and I just recorded on my screen showing everything I was doing. I use Screentify. It's with Google Chrome. Comment down below if you want me to tell you exactly which one I use. It's very affordable. I think it's like maybe $30-$40 a year, and it's unlimited. And it works with Google Drive, so the videos are saved on your Google Drive, and then you just on the OneNote what I do. And if you guys want, I can show you. I'll probably make a video showing you how I create my SOP, because that's a whole different topic. But that's one of the most important things. But when you go and you looking for a virtual, why I do virtual assistants? It saves a lot of money, and if you're bootstrapping it, it's incredible the talent that you can get. Um, I pay my VA around more than $100 a week. But we started $100 a week, and I've been promoting her and giving her, a little bit more money every, like, I would say every 6 months or so. I give her a little bit more because she's definitely worth it. Um, but I, how I did. So when you go to this website, I'll find it, and I'll leave the in the comments. I'll leave the not the comments, the description box. I'll put the link for the website where I found mine, and I found quite a few virtual assistants there. But what I do, I put a pretty not obtusely detailed job description, but I do put, kind of, number one, I put the equipment that I would like them to have. Like, yes, I want you to have a desktop, I want you to have a printer, whatever it is that you need them to have. Usually printer's not needed, but um, you know I wouldn't use a VA for the phones unless you have a way that they can actually, maybe, I think WhatsApp on the desk can actually work internationally. They may be able to hook up the computer to it, but make sure that their diction and the accent is not too strong to do that, and that they can actually do that. One thing to consider is that their hours are overnight, so they're 12-hour difference. But my VA and I got to the point that starts working at, our office open at 9, but she works from 7 to 3, and it works just a couple hours, no big deal. And in the morning, she gets all the emails done, the whatever the typing stuff that she needs to do, and then during the rest of the day, she's just monitoring the email and checking stuff, filing stuff, and stuff like that electronically. So it's great. So one of the things that you want to do, and this is for any job, to be honest, even if you're hiring, not even if you're not hiring overseas, um, put in the description of the job, uh, give them an assignment, like a way to communicate with you that would be unique, and you would know that they read the instructions. So, for example, I did so that will have what I'm looking for. Like, I'm looking for someone that can work, at that moment, that can work, the night shift for them, daytime for me. I needed someone that had certain skill sets, the usual suspects. And then on the bottom, I put, when responding to this email, uh, write on the title, "I got this!" exclamation point. And then it would also tell them, and tell me what's your favorite American movie and why. You won't believe the amount of VAs that didn't bother to do that. And I mean, it's a small request to just change the title, and they, just they wouldn't do that. So many of them didn't, and that right away, I didn't even open the resumes, the emails. I didn't. There was no point because they already failed the first test, and you can do this with anytime you're hiring someone because not able to read the instructions, simple instructions, and executing them, it's going to be a problem. If they're already a problem because they're doing it so fast that they're not reading it through, they're not going to read through, watch your videos, training videos or instructions. They're going to be rushing. They're not going to be paying attention to the details. And so I weeded out, oh my gosh, there were like 100 entries for my job. And then I interviewed like five people for the job, and I hired her, and I'm just ecstatic, super happy, super happy. She's amazing, and but that's it saves me so much money. Like I said, she basically manages the business. I handle the tough things, the things that I need to make a decision. I'm the one handling the sales. I'm the one, so I handle a lot of the sales for this business is automated. Like I did SEO on the website. The website is ranking, is killing it. I get traffic daily and I get inquiries daily, and all those inquiries, quote requests are automated. I don't really do anything with them. People can schedule a phone call with me, and then find any, or they can call 1-800 and I'll pick it up. But everything else on the back of the scenes is Julie, doing it. But yeah, and so I spend less than $600 a month on her, hiring her, and it was the best thing. I do give her to vacation whenever she has a family emergency. No problem. We're basically, I treat her like she was here. And sometimes, depending on what they're doing, you may want to have an extra computer where they can work. Most of the work that she does it on my computer, um, because it's connected to the printer, and that way she can print things, and then all I do is prepare them and ship them out. But she prints, everything for me, and so all I do is once a week, you know, take the stuff and prepare and send it to the post office. So it's a huge time saver, huge time saver. But then you don't have to do that. If you have, if all your things, your tools, your, let's say QuickBooks, if it's online, all those things are online. You can just maybe set up an email for her, so, or him, so that you can upload the stuff. I mean, we can talk more about this. This is a topic that interests you, but working with a VA, it's, nowadays, especially after COVID, so many people work from home that it doesn't really make a difference where they are. So it's just great. I think it's been a great change of pace for a lot of people out there. But yeah, so that's my advice. My advice is just, and if it doesn't work, by all means, you know, say goodbye. Like, you don't need to. Um, and by payment, they usually take PayPal. I use TransferWise. I hate PayPal, but TransferWise is fantastic, and they get the money pretty quickly. It works internationally for most VAs out there, so it's pretty cool. It's actually a really good platform. I really like it. Okay, so that's pretty it. I hope this helps, because I know a lot of you are struggling with time, no time, no time, no time, and feeling like you're spinning your wheels, which is why I created the um, quantum mentorship program, and it's going live very soon. It's not ready yet, but I'm going to put a link for the waiting list, and we're gonna get it started with a 3-day boot camp, and it's gonna be where we get to, unpack where we've been, and what we did before, and what did work, what didn't work, and assess where we are today. Day one. Day two, we're going to craft our vision, craft our future, a lot of detail into this, extremely detailed. And then day 3, we're going to go in, and it's about an hour each day. So it's not like a whole day work. It's not a 3-day complete workshop, okay? It's like 3-hour workshop. And then the last day, we're going to actually take out a calendar, and we're going to split all the tasks that need in order to fulfill your vision. We're going to put that in the calendar. So if it is that you want 10 more clients, if it is that you want to, you know, I don't know, 5 more weddings, whatever it is that your goal is within the next 90 days, we're going to put in a calendar as to the activities that need to happen in order for that to happen. So if you already know, and that's what we're going to look at day 1, is going to look at our numbers. We're going to look at, okay, so I sent out 10 quotes and 1 signed. Okay, so we know what the numbers, we know what the averages are. So, we need to, on the other side, if we know we want 10, okay, so we need to then have 100 leads in order to book 10. Okay, so how we're going to get to those 100 leads, and then what activities can I do, on a weekly basis? Do I need to do it weekly? Do I need to do it daily? Do I need to do it every Friday? Do I need to do it every Wednesday? And it's going to be on the calendar so that it happens. Okay. So this is definitely going to be a game changer for a lot of you, and in me, because I'm actually going to start a new company too. I'm in the process of getting a bank account and all that good stuff, so that I hit the ground running as well. But and we're gonna do it together. And then after that, that's free. And then after that, you'll be invited to join us in the mentoring program. And the mentoring program is pretty exciting because it's going to include a lot of advanced training in the platform, but it's also going to include a one Zoom a week. We'll have like 3 different time zones, so you can choose one of those, and then one Zoom a week where we're actually going to check in as a group with each other as to where we are, and with the with the activities, did we meet the things that we said, what challenge, what didn't work, what are we going to change for the next week. And then you're also going to get a one-on-one meeting with me, where we're going to look at, okay, so, and anything else that we need to hammer down together so that we can make the progress faster. And this is a 90-day program, because I believe in 3 months you can achieve a whole year of activity if it's done correctly, and you keep pushing that wet noodle every single week, every single day, whatever it means to you. So I'm very excited. I really can't wait, because I'm like itching, because I'm ready to launch this other program, and I don't want to go too fast because I want to do it with you guys. So go ahead and subscribe for the waiting list. As soon as it's ready, I'll send everybody an email and send them the invite for the 3-day boot camp, so that we can set up all those goals and get our plan and get moving, get whatever goal you have. I believe you. I know you can do it. All right. This is it for now. I hope this video helped. Please comment down below where you're watching from. Trying to also assess time zones and stuff, so that's definitely going to help. Let me know the industry that you're in. I know a lot of you are caterers, but if you're not or whatever, just let me know. Let me know what industry you're in, okay? All right. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.